Hello everyone, this is Moses from Zaatar Gardens. I'm going to do another Q&A here. This comment is from the video Pluot comparison from Spencer Pendleton. It is so sad and disappointing when trees thin themselves so drastically. And then he continues, but towards the end it's nevertheless, now I know for future reference not to get my hopes up so high. There's Lulu. And I picked this comment because I was pretty sure that many of you, if not all of you, really get disheartened when you see a bunch of fruit and then it just falls off. Or 10 fruit on a branch and 9 of them fall off, or all of them fall off. And I know that could be kind of depressing, or really depressing for some of you, but I want to show you something right now. This is my Flavor Grenade Pluot, the one that has a lot of fruit on it. Just clusters and clusters and clusters of fruit all over. It doesn't stop. Now, I've mentioned that I do not thin my fruit. The exception is peaches. Sometimes they don't drop as easily as plums do, or pluots. And apricots. I don't really thin apricots as well either, because they're the earliest to ripen and they don't get that large. But peaches get large and become abundant, and they'll snap branches easily. Now, if you remember, I mentioned that there's something called June drop. They name it June drop, but I don't think it just happens in June. It's just when there's a spike in temperature. Like today's going to be, I believe, 95 degrees, but it's going to be a low of 60, and then it's going to drop down into the low 80s next week. But the way I thin my fruit, I already did it this morning, but hopefully some will drop again, is I just kick the bottom of it. Let's see if any drop. There we go. That was about 4 of them. Do it again. There's one that just dropped. One more time. That was about 4 of them that dropped right there. This is why I don't thin, because the tree will do it itself, except for peaches and apricots for some reason. But it'll do it itself. I mean, look how many that I did this morning. Maybe like 20 fell off. Can you imagine if I had thinned and then it kept dropping like this? I don't want to lose all my fruit. I mean, look at all this. I mean, look at even this bundle over here. I don't want to lose all this. It will fall when it needs to. If it needs to, that is. Well, Lulu, you want to help thin the fruit? Stop taking the fruit and playing with it. Come on, Lulu. So yeah, once again, you don't want to worry so much. Don't thin your fruit. If your fruit is under 2 years old and you're seeing branches bend, except for your apples, because apples really have a high tolerance to bend. They could bend pretty well. You'll see apple trees bending so far they're touching the floor, and they're not even breaking. But plums, apricots, peaches, stone fruits basically, not palm fruits. Apples, of course, and pears. But things like that, avocados don't have to be really thinned either. The point of the matter is, nature will take care of itself. The tree knows I produce too much. Also, you have to remember that trees evolved, I believe, knowing that animals will be eating their fruit, insects will attack their fruit, humans came along and started eating their fruit like crazy. But the whole purpose of a tree producing fruit is to spread its seeds. So it's producing more fruit in anticipation for being eaten unripe to mid-ripe to all the way ripe. So if it produced 10% of what it normally does, by the time it's supposed to be ripe, all the fruit is already gone. So my suggestion is only on what you know will be damaging if you don't thin. Don't thin at all, and just leave it alone. Please put some comments in the comment section. Give me all the questions you have, so I have more material to do these Q&As for you. And if you can, please send some letters in the mail. My P.O. box is in the description. All right, everyone. Happy gardening. Bye.
Okay, like, share, subscribe, and day 3.